Hello, I'm Hallie Nolan.
And I'm Libby Lockwood.
Welcome to our final newscast of SMC-TV for the spring of 2018.
Before we get into our main stories, here's what's happening on our campus and around the world.
The first events of graduation began on Monday, May 6th, with many departments hosting hoodings, followed by honors convocation. At this important ceremony, departmental honors are awarded to outstanding students, and graduating seniors receive their academic hoods as a part of their graduation regalia.
Weeks ago, scientists in Australia have created a biodegradable sunscreen defending the coral reef from acidic water and harsh UV radiation. The sunscreen would be sprayed onto the water's surface, where it would form a layer just 1 molecule thick, or 50,000 times thinner than a human hair. Recent tests suggest that the thin film would reflect up to 30% of UV light falling upon the water's surface, helping keep the water at just the right temperature for the reef below. Last year, experts said large sections of the Great Barrier Reef were essentially dead, bleached into oblivion.
South Bend will be hosting their annual Best Week Ever celebration from May 28th to June 3rd this year. The week will include a Memorial Day parade, a street festival, a music festival, and much more. According to their official website, the purpose of BWE is to celebrate the culture, progress, and creativity of our shared community. Antonio Okafor is a University of Texas graduate, a former beauty pageant queen, spokesperson for the NRA, and Southwest Regional Director of the SCCC, which stands for Students for Concealed Carry on Campus. Recently, she spoke at St. Mary's College about gun rights and feminism, and Libby caught up with her.
I'm a firm believer that gun rights are women's rights, and it's all based off the fact that, I believe as a feminist, and I do consider myself a feminist, that if we are going to be advocating for equality, that one of the ways to be equal to a man, a 200-pound man to a 110-pound woman, even if they're both 200 pounds, they are genetically, physically stronger than a woman, and I believe that having a firearm or having the choice to have a firearm is a way to equalize in that scenario. Talking about different views. We can have civil conversations, civil debates, and not hate each other at the end, or maybe even learn something from the other person at the end. The issue that I see with college campuses right now is that people don't want to hear any different points of view, and then it keeps them from having civil conversations when they do have to talk to someone, whether that's their family member or someone they love in the future that happens to disagree with something. The more practice we have in that realm, the better we can have more civil conversations in the future.
Students at St. Mary's have a unique opportunity to take a class with Dr. Pat Pierce of political science. Is it about Congress or the president, you ask? No, it's actually a ballroom dance class. The class meets Wednesdays from 2 to 2:50 in the Angela Athletic Facility. We checked in with students in the class and Dr. Pat Pierce.
And I had been doing ballroom dancing for a long time. It was something that I really enjoyed doing with my wife, and I love to teach. I had conversations with students about the dancing that I did, and a number of them suggested, oh, it'd be cool if you taught a class, and I thought that was just an awesome idea, and it's turned out to be great. Great fun.
I decided to take ballroom dance because I'd had several classes with Pat before in the poli-sci department, and I knew he had a fun, energetic personality, and I like to dance on the side. I'm not an expert or anything, but I knew he would be patient with me through the learning process, so I was excited to try something new.
Students have had the opportunity to learn a variety of styles of ballroom dance.
Done waltz, foxtrot, tango, rumba, and this week we learned swing, so we're getting kind of a variety.
I kind of like all of it, just so diverse and so applicable to when we're older and getting out there and just dancing.
If you want to take ballroom next semester, you'll have to act fast.
I've taught it 3 semesters now. It's always fun. It fills up like a minute after midnight.
This has been Hallie Nolan with SMC-TV in Dr. Pat Pierce's ballroom dancing class. Students this semester have had the opportunity to participate in an independent study where they focused on healthy living in college.
Today we're here to tell you about some tips on improving your health at the Angela Wellness and Athletic Complex that we've learned through our independent study.
Mental health is very important because it's your mind that keeps you going.
Setting routines like going to sleep at the same time every night or maintaining a good breakfast in the mornings is really important.
Maintaining your physical health is also beneficial to your body.
Oh hey, didn't see you there. But if you don't want to work out in a facility like Angela, you can take simple steps like walking up the stairs instead of taking the elevator. But remember, drink lots of water.
When I can't make it to the gym, sometimes I do simple things like jumping jacks in my dorm room.
For more information on maintaining your health here at St. Mary's College,
you can follow us on Instagram at healthy_within_SMC. And thank you SMC-TV for letting us tell you about our independent study that we've been working on all semester.
So with all the activities and things to do here at St. Mary's in Notre Dame, I had the pleasure and great opportunity to go to the Chainsmokers concert and give you guys an inside look.
On February 27th, the Chainsmokers held their first concert in 12 years at Notre Dame Purcell Pavilion. Attendees stood in line hours before the concert began, and the Chainsmokers began their concert with the opening act, the band CVBZ. Apparel was also sold during the concert, as well as good food and specialty drinks. The Chainsmokers performed some of their most popular songs, such as Sick Boy, Paris, Closer, Somebody, and Don't Let Me Down. They also EDM songs, popular during some Notre Dame halls, that being Zombie by the Cranberries. Students attending the concert enjoyed the atmosphere, and most, if not all, commented on the strobe lights, pyrotechnics, and special effects. The concert lasted a total of 3 hours and was something that will go down in student history.
I had a great time at the Chainsmokers concert. The lights were great, the atmosphere was fun, the music was fun. There's a lot of people there. I had a good time.
Very fun. Tried to go out to the floor, didn't work. It's the #1 letdown, but it was a good time.
Yeah, really good time, really good artists. Hopefully they come back next year.
I absolutely loved the Chainsmoker concert. It was such a great atmosphere, and I love the strobe lights that they used, and I would definitely go back.
This is Libby Tierney reporting for SMC-TV.
This semester, the SMC Theater Department put on Extraordinary Women, the musical, in a cabaret-style setting. Alana caught up with the story.
Last weekend, from April 6th through the 8th, our Performing Arts Department put on the show Extraordinary Women at Haggard College Center. So, let's take a look behind the scenes.
Extraordinary Women is a musical revue that is focused on female characters from musicals who are singing about anything other than a man.
A variety of popular songs from different Broadway musicals were chosen to be performed for the show. Our students brought messages of self-empowerment to life through songs from shows such as Wicked and Heathers the Musical.
I get to play a multitude of really exciting and strong women leads in this production, and I think my favorite aspect of that is just being able to shed women in musical theater in a positive light, because for once we're taking charge, and that's really being exposed in this show. I really like this show because it gets to really encourage women and show how we're strong and not just after the men or where that story normally heads. Kind of shows a new side of musicals that is not always shown.
Each actress was challenged by having to play more than one character throughout the show, from both realistic and fantasy settings.
The show takes place in a nightclub setting so that the performances are all tableside, right up close to the audience, and it's a very intimate musical experience.
This has been Alana O'Shea with SMC-TV News.
Who, what, where? Do you constantly have fashion faux pas?
Up next is Libby with her take on fashion on St. Mary's campus.
Hi, I'm Libby Tierney, and I will be talking today about what to wear and what not to wear on a college campus. Navy blue and black paired together. I'm sorry, but sometimes it works and other times it doesn't. You don't want to look like a bruise, do you?
pajama pants to class. I know they are comfortable, but these are meant to be worn in bed. Party outfits from the night before. You may have had fun, but throw on some sweats and a sweatshirt and call it good. It's more comfortable anyway. Do dress for the appropriate weather. We know this is Indiana weather and it doesn't know what it wants, but check your weather apps, people, and remember not to wear white when it's raining. Clothing to support your school. You go to St. Mary's College, right across the street from Notre Dame. Support your school. Go Bells. Denim jackets. They go with everything, especially a sweatshirt or a cute dress. T-shirts, stylish blazers, sweatshirts, cardigans, and jackets also are great. Leggings. Everyone needs a pair of leggings. They are my go-to when I'm in a rush or just want to throw on something comfortable, and they go with everything. Lastly, it doesn't matter what you wear as long as you are happy and feel good in it. Each and every one of us are in our own way. Happy shopping.
Lights, camera, action.
Alana told us all about Infinity War up next.
Avengers Infinity War hit theaters on Friday, April 27th, and grossed an astonishing $641 million worldwide in its opening weekend. This action-packed, astounding crossover is based on the 6-issue comic series published in the early 90s of the same name. Some of the world's favorite superheroes, including Iron Man, Thor, Spider-Man, and the Guardians of the Galaxy, must come together to defeat Thanos, who has gotten his hands on the Power Stone from the planet Xandar, and is on a quest for the 6 Infinity Stones to be able to change reality and the fate of the planet to his liking. The sequel is set to be released in spring 2019, leaving fans eager to see what will be the fate of many of their heroes after the frightful cliffhanger the film was left off on. But until then, many more Marvel films will be released in the near future to fill in the year-long wait, including Deadpool 2 and Ant-Man and the Wasp.
You gotta regatta! Get ready to set sail with Adriana.
Last Saturday, Fisher Hall had its 25th Regatta anniversary. Regatta is an event that Fisher Hall sponsors. Everyone who lives in Fisher Hall participates in the making of a boat. These boats are then raced in St. Mary's Lake, which drew a lot of people. Some students were excited and riled up during the event. Others were enjoying the weather and the free food. Some students were able to make it back to shore in their boats, while others had to swim back. Students who participated in the event worked hard on their boats, while others were more focused on getting the boat done. However, it was nice to listen to the concept of their boats.
Design was key. We had to have the right design.
At one point, we were planning to have an F made out of these balls.
Flotation. Eventful. Magical.
Yeah, magical.
No one built the boat, so we don't know. I heard it was magical. Spiritual.
In the end, Regatta was a nice event before the end of the semester. This has been Adriana Escobedo reporting for SMC-TV.
Hey, batter!
Kendall caught up with softball team captain MAKENZIE Duncan after an incredible season.
Over the weekend, I was able to catch up with St. Mary's softball captain, senior MAKENZIE Duncan.
My role on the softball team at St. Mary's, I play right field, so it's kind of a sometimes forgotten position, but I think I'm an important part of the team, obviously, being in right field, and I really enjoy being out there. It's very different from any other position I've played.
We even got the scoop on the new softball fields.
The new softball field has been awesome. So my sophomore year we were playing at St. Pat's Park, which is the home of the St. Joe's high school sports. So it's really nice to finally have a home base, like no pun intended.
St. Mary's softball has been more than just a sport to MAKENZIE and her teammates.
St. Mary's softball team has been the best softball team I've been on in my entire life. I've played softball or a variation of softball since I was 3 years old. And to finally have a place that feels like a family is really important to me because it's a team sport and you have to love the people that you're working with, and we're really receptive of other people's needs on the team. So I think that softball is so much more than just playing the game. So it's important to have somebody that you can lean on, and I can lean on my center fielder, I can lean on my shortstop, I can lean on anybody in the infield and the outfield, or on the bench. So I think that has been what has been truly special to be on this team.
Are you a history buff?
Here's Adriana with a moment in history.
In 1814, Napoleon Bonaparte, Emperor of France and one of the greatest military leaders in history, abdicates the throne and is banished to the Mediterranean islands of Elba. In 1812, thinking that Russia was planning an alliance with England, Napoleon launched an invasion against the Russians that eventually ended with his troops retreating from Moscow and much of Europe uniting against him. In 1814, Napoleon's broken forces gave up and he offered to step down in favor of his son. When this offer was rejected, he had abdicated and was sent to Elba. In March 1815, he escaped his island exile and returned to Paris.
Thank you all for tuning in this week.
Have a great summer.
I'm Hallie.
And I'm Libby.
And this has been SMC-TV.
Bye.